Just make that hole to get things started. Be careful when you do that, that you don't stab the queen. That really wouldn't be a good thing to do. A lot of people ask, does when you put this into the cage, into the frame, do you put the sugar side up or the sugar side down? You want to put your sugar up so that the queen can climb up and get out, and in the process, if one of the attendant bees dies, she doesn't fall down and cover the hole and keep the queen from getting out. Just make sure that the queen is all set. You can still see her and that she's okay. And once you get the queen put into the cage, get those bees off of there. You can see the bees are flying around. They're trying to get to the queen. That's a good sign. The pheromones are there, and she's doing her part to get accepted into the colony. Now we'll put this in between two frames, and it doesn't. We need to make certain that we've got some sort of a tab or something to hold it up there, and of course I didn't bring one with me today. So we'll put a staple in the side there, and that'll hold it up. Remember, the sugar side goes up, and once you do that, get her situated in between two of the frames. She'll climb out, and she'll get right to work laying eggs into the comb that the bees will start producing. Now once the bees are introduced into the hive, they'll start producing comb right away. So hopefully they'll produce enough comb to keep the queen, keep ahead of the queen once she gets out and starts laying her eggs. Okay, so now get that staple in there really good, and hopefully this will work. It's quite an interesting feeling with all of these bees right in front of you that you just think that you're going to get stung, but they're really very peaceful, and they're not very aggressive at all. Okay. Now we've got the quail feeder with the sugar water in there, and if you give it a quick flip upside down, hopefully it won't all go pouring all over the place, and it'll fill up the little tray at the bottom. There we go. Ready. Okay. And the tray is filling up. Beautiful. The bees will actually climb up, drink from the tray, and you want to make sure that they don't drown, which is why the quail feeder is perfect. It's the right height for them to climb up into and take their drink without drowning. Okay, everything's all set. Let's give the bees one little last treat, just to make sure that they don't swarm all over the place. We're going to start again, give it a quick whack to knock the bees down from the top. And out comes the can. Now I'm going to put this can inside the hive, and you can put it on a couple of sticks so the bees can get under there and drink the syrup that's dripping out of the hole in the top. Now let's flip the cage over and dump in the bees, and it really doesn't look like this is the way you should do it, but just dump it in. The bees don't get hurt. Just be careful when you tap the cage that you don't squish the bees, and just shake it as much as you can. You can see the bees are swarming all over the place. They've had a long journey, and right now they're really not sure what they're doing. But Mother Nature's instinct will take over, and they'll all come together inside the hive and become one big bee colony. So we're going to try to shake out as much as we can. And they just clump down at the bottom, and you can see them in one big ball at the bottom of the frame. Again, be careful you don't squish the bees when you're tapping it, because that will be the first thing to ruin a bee's day. Okay. That looks pretty good. You can see most of the bees are gone. You see most of them are gone. There's a few that are left behind, and they're gonna stay there, and we'll put it right here by the entrance to the hive, and they'll find their way in. We'll squirt them with a little bit of sugar water after, and it'll attract them into the hive. So now we put on our inside cover with the New England notch facing forward, and you'll notice that there's the cinnamon on the top, and then we'll put our telescoping cover on top of that. Make sure it faces the right way, and don't squish any bees in the process. Make sure everything fits the right way. Beautiful. We're all set there. Everything is on nice and tight. No bees are squished in the process. Everything's lined up. And there you go. There's the introduction of the bees into the hive. I'm going to spray the cage with a little bit of sugar water, and hopefully that'll coax them to come out and join the rest of the clan in their new home. Thank you for watching today, and happy honey. Welcome back. I just wanted to show you a couple of little things here. You'll notice that the bees are just kind of settling down inside. They're eating the sugar that was sprayed on the inside, and then it dripped down on the frames from the can and the quail feeder. And you'll see that they're already starting to tend to the comb, and they're starting to build their combs in preparation for the release of the queen. And you see they're eating the sugar, and you'll notice that some of them are even starting to they've got their back end up in the air. They're releasing their pheromones to let the other bees know that it's okay, come on in, this is the place you want to be. And there's the queen's cage set nicely between two frames, and the bees are cleaning out that sugar that's in there, and you can see the hole that I made to kind of give that queen her head start. So everything looks like it's supposed to in here, and we'll check back in about 3 days just to make sure that everything is progressing as it should. Thanks again, and be happy.